Welcome back, y'all, to the show that walks you through R&B craftsmanship, brotherhood, and legacy. In case you've been living on the moon for the last 10 years, this good brother to my right is
I am Bryan-Michael Cox, and the good brother to my left is
Johnta Austin.
Welcome to Sessions. So what's up, brother? How you doing?
I figure we switched to wine.
I'm about to say, what is this?
I know we don't typically like to plug, but I'm gonna get my sommelier on. What we have here is a 2020 Chateau Lynch Bar.
Okay.
Okay, this is a Bordeaux. It's gonna be heavy Cabernet Sauvignon, but it's gonna be some Merlot in there as well.
Oh, yeah.
Should get some violets, some pencil shavings, a little cedar. Yeah.
See what this is.
Damn. That's good. That's gonna open up nicely too.
Oh, that's really good.
Yeah.
Hey, brother.
So that's where we are. And another thing. So Brian is wearing a hat that says the Polo Lounge.
Yeah.
We usually wait till later in the show, but we're gonna start the show off with a rich nigga tale.
Yeah, right. Yeah, let's start. Let's start.
The Polo
This triggered.
I saw that. I said, oh, I got it. I never know which rich nigga tale I'm gonna tell until we get here. So yeah, let me hold my lynch page while I tell this story of richness. So the Polo Lounge is a lounge inside of the world famous, iconic Beverly Hills Hotel. Yes, it's on Sunset. And I used to stay there quite often in the cabanas on the exterior, on the bungalows, on the exterior of the property.
It's real rich nigga shit right now.
Oh wow! Thank you. One year I got Clive's bungalow, and he's walking by one year. He's like, you're in here, and I was like. That was the one that he always liked to get, and they gave it to me. I snuck him on Grammy Week. Yeah. Neither here nor there. But I had a party one time, and it spills out of the bungalow onto the lawn.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who this gentleman was, but he brought a koala bear. He had a koala bear with him. I don't know why he would have one, but he had it. Had a pouch of eucalyptus leaves that he would feed to the koala, and things are getting out of control.
This sounds absolutely ridiculous.
Things are getting out of control. Guests are now phoning, But anyway, I bumped into someone who I won't mention because they were on a secret mission down in the cafe.
Yeah.
One morning.
Okay.
And he's like, what are you doing here? And I'm like, he's like, what are you doing in my hotel? I'm like, pretty sure this is my hotel. And he's like, no, I've been staying. I was like, no, fuck, I have parties out in my bungalow.
Yeah.
One year, motherfucker brought a koala bear. He's like, get the fuck out of here. Security's walking by. I go, hey, come here for a second. He's like, yeah, Mr. Austin, what's going on? Tell him about the party a couple months ago. He said, with the koala bear? So that's, parties in the bungalow at the Beverly Hills Hotel with koala bears.
Crazy. Koala bears crazy. That's some next level shit right
there. Yeah. Rich nigga tale. So anyway, moving on early. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, what's going on, brother? You've been in the lab.
Yeah, man.
I heard you've been working with the great Calendria.
Yeah, Calendria Rowland. Kelly Rowland, yeah.
How's that going?
It's been going great. Creating, a proper vibe, getting to, you know how the process is, man, getting to the songs. And what I appreciate about this process is, we're not rushing it. We're not trying to, we're letting it simmer. It's like, we may get to the song today, we may not get to the song today, but we're going to get some information. We're going to get the juices flowing as far as creative juices flowing. And it's been fantastic. Kelly's a, sweetheart. You know what I mean?
Amazing.
She's an amazing person. Tim, is that's our dog.
Tim is our guy, Kelly's husband. Shout out to Tim.
Yeah.
Shout out to Kelly.
Yeah.
I'll tell another rich nigga tale that involves Tim about the Four Seasons brunch. That'll be another segment.
Yeah. So that's been great. Obviously we've been, we've been doing that. Obviously, we've been in the studio with Duran.
Yes, you and I.
Yeah.
And Troy Taylor as well. And but yes, we did a day with Duran, and then you and Troy did a day with Duran.
Yeah.
And for the people who don't know, which I feel like if you're watching this, you know who Duran is, but amazing vocalist.
Yeah.
Obviously, congratulations to him on just winning his first Grammy.
First Grammy.
You know, at the last Grammy Awards.
Yeah.
But a phenomenal talent. I've started following. I became aware of him. BET had a show called The Next Best Thing.
Yes.
And he was on Dame Dash's team. It was Dame, Tina Davis.
I remember this show.
And I forget who the third person.
I remember this show.
Third mentor was. I remember Dame and Tina Davis, and I feel like Dame picked Duran. I mean, and from there, I mean, the kid can sing his ass off.
Yeah.
You know, just
he's a super talented person.
Yeah.
And just aware of like how to really expand his artistry, and I like that.
Yeah.
And like I said, seeing artists really develop, and I know we're going to get into that later.
Yeah.
But watching him develop and become the artist that he's become has been fantastic. You know what I'm saying?
He has command of his artistry.
Yes. Oh yeah.
A lot of artists don't. A lot of artists still haven't figured out how to harness and hone it. And I feel like, Duran does a good job of that.
Yeah.
And obviously not overnight. He's, another one of those tales of
not overnight.
He's been around, years, background vocalist for Erykah Badu. And others. So he's been around the game and has been in the game, and so happy for him to see him getting the success, the notoriety, the recognition that he 1,000% deserves. So shout out to Duran. New music is coming.
New music is coming, man. I like the space we're in creatively, man. Like what we're doing collectively and pouring into the artists that are coming up.
Absolutely.
I really like where we headed. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, we're talking about, analogs do luxury, man. Like we're talking about people wanting to buy vinyl again. They want to buy CDs again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel like now that we're taking our time with this music again, like really, I feel like, especially like, between Troy and myself and JD and even Tricky and all the, people that we know, like we're actually pouring back into this music and taking our time.
Yes.
And I think that's going to be the difference. I think that's what we're going to see. You know what I'm saying? We're going to see the shift happen. People going to want, the quality, man.
It's a space for, if you listen, real R&B makers. If you make real R&B, I'm predicting that there's a time coming where it's a resurgence and you can really put some food on your table.
Yep.
So
I agree.
Keep making it.
Yeah.
Which leads into, we talked about Duran, we talked about this resurgence of, analog and hard, copies,
tangible copies.
Tangible, something that the people can hold. And the resurgence of R&B. But when we talk about artist development, it's a lost art.
It is.
People, there is no because I for so long I think it's shifted to that, what do your socials look like?
Yes.
What, X, Y, what are the numbers? The bean counters in the business, switched it to, well, what have you done already that makes me, the label, want to bring you into the fold.
Yeah, or invest,
Or invest. Yeah. And it's, gotten away from the, hey, listen, labels, that's your fucking job.
Exactly.
You're asking a kid out of Birmingham, Alabama, how many fucking followers he has, but he can sing his ass off. And with the right songs and the right things,
that art of what we call, the A&R, the quintessential A&R, the person that plucks,
artist and repertoire,
that plucks an artist.
Yeah,
says, what takes a guy like Kenny Ortiz who would be like, oh, I heard this did these beats from these two guys in Virginia that was in the Teddy, and I'm gonna put them on. You know what I mean? You know, this record. I like the songs. I'm gonna put them on this record, or even like, you know, it's hearing something, hearing like potential, or hearing like somebody saying that it moves you. Like, you know what? I don't care how many followers this person got.
Right.
It moves me. Let me sign this thing. We're gonna put money into it. We're gonna see where it goes.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? You know?
The Clive Davises, the L.A. Reeds. You know, the Jimmy Iovine's, the Craig Cowmans of our time. And then obviously when you go back further, the Berry Gordy's, the Ahmet Ertegun's. The true, you know, we talk about, you know, I think, you know, Marvin Gaye was maybe 2 or 3 albums in, still hadn't found a hit, still trying to figure it out. You know, to bring it up more modern times, Usher's first album was not a success.
Yeah, it wasn't a success, you know, and they spent a lot of money.
And
LA could have said, hey, I'm done with this. You know, Tony Braxton selling, you know, so-and-so
Tony selling, you know TLC out the gate, Outkast out the gate.
But
like,
something
you know,
that he believed, he saw something in Usher in a way, like, yo, we're gonna figure this out. You know what I mean?
How interesting is that, you know, when you talk about obviously the success that, you know, Usher went on to have and the artist that we all know today. But interestingly enough, in the early days, he was like one of the few LaFace artists that did not pop out the gate.
Yeah, true.
TLC out the gate, 3 million.
Tony Braxton out the gate.
Outkast Platinum out the gate.
Outkast out the gate. Platinum out the gate. Yeah,
you know what I mean? But Usher took a little more nurturing, but it took a record man like L.A. Reid to,
it's so interesting.
You know, saying like, no, the talent, the result did not, you know, L.A. didn't allow the first result to change his mind about the talent.
It's almost also too with Donell Jones, because Donell Jones had put a record out.
Correct.
And it was, you know, slow. It was okay. He could have been like, well, you know, this Donell Jones thing didn't work. But then Donell came back, you know, with the...
If he does that, we never get where I want to be.
We never get where I want to be. You know what I'm saying? Donell comes back with a classic, you know, so it's like...
If he scraps Usher, we never get My Way. We never, you know what I mean? Exactly. And not saying that it would, you know, obviously... Usher probably finds another path, you know, talent that great is gonna find a way.
Yeah.
But, you know, I think it is a lost art of being able to recognize, you know, the talent, and then being able to say, you know, we'll put all of those other things together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now it's, you know, if you have a certain amount of followers, if you have a certain amount of, you know, trends or viral moments, it's like that has taken precedence over the talent.
Yeah. I mean, think about all the artists that was from our era, right? Think about, like, you know, the Destiny's Childs. Think about the, you know, even Jagged Edge and 112, and those groups, right? They were, I'm sorry, y'all. They were, fully developed by the time we saw.
Was that The Money Calling?
Yeah, The Money's Calling.
Okay.
I just put it on pause.
Woo!
I put The Money on pause.
See the love that he has for y'all? He put the Money Calling.
The Money Calling, trust me.
And he was, okay, trust me. The Money's Calling. Okay.
They were fully developed. Like, by the time we saw them, right, there was so much groundwork. You know what I mean? Before we actually saw a Destiny's Child, there was so much groundwork. Before we saw... you know, even a Tyrese, before we saw, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, these artists that were Brandy, Monica, you know, like you said, Usher, before we saw these artists, even Chris Brown, right?
100%.
Which is, in recent years, Chris Brown, by the time the public saw Chris Brown, he had been
Tina and Mark had him,
you know, Chris Brown had put out a couple records as he was in a group that was in Tappahannock, and, you know what I mean? Like, there was these things that had happened, a lot of, Justin Bieber, you know, I can think about artists in recent years where it was a lot of development before you saw them. They learned how to perform. They learned how to even write songs. Like Chris Brown and Justin, these guys learned how to write songs doing that developmental stage, being around people like you, being around people like me or Adonis or this one, you know what I mean? They took up the craft of writing songs and now are writers in their own right. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I think that is the part that is missing. I feel like a lot of times we're putting these artists, like we say, we see numbers, you see socials, right? You say, okay, we're going to sign this artist, or we're going to put this, or partner with this artist, and they're going to blow their thing out of proportion, right? And now it's time for them to go on tour, and they don't have any idea what to do on tour.
Terrible
They're
on
not
stage.
developed in that space. You know, we got so accustomed to seeing stage presence when we were coming up. That was a part of the thing.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like if you was an artist or you was in a group and you was trying to come up, you know, Divine Stevens had to develop you. Or Marvin McIntyre.
Shout out to Divine. Yeah, Marvelous.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Marvelous.
Like you had to go through boot camp.
100%.
You know what I mean? To get to the other side of what that performance looked like. Because bigger than what's happening in the studio. Can you sell tickets?
Can you put asses in the seats?
Can you sell tickets?
And a lot of people, you know, a lot of artists don't have that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, I see a lot of shit shows, like play on word. Like it's a shit show.
It's a shit show.
And your show is shit. Like it's both of them. Like it's at the same time.
It's a double entendre.
It's a double, right. It's a shit show. You know, where when we look at the resurgence or the, you know, kind of the second act that led to the Super Bowl that Usher had, started in Vegas.
Yeah.
Because him and Ron Laffitte knew that what they had was a rarity. Someone who could get on that stage
fucking go.
And command your attention for 90 minutes. Non-stop, by themselves.
You know what I'm saying? Like literally, no opening act, no nothing.
No opening act.
Hour and a half. I'm here with these hits, back to back to back.
And I'm holding your attention, you know, for that. You know, which leads me to the next question. Do you think that, you know, we're entering another era of strong R&B?
I believe we are. I believe that there are a lot of young artists who are looking at the Ushers and the Chris's and the Beyoncés and the, you know, the Monicas and the Brandys. Because think about Monica and Brandy's recent tour.
Another
you know
one.
I mean? You feel me? Like they're young artists that are looking at them saying, yo, I wanna be like that. And I think that you know, you can have like, you know, people like Kehlani, and there's another young artist I just discovered the other day. His name, I think, is Jaymin, Jaymin. You know, I saw him on Instagram, and then I went to listen to his music. I was like, yo, this dude is really good.
Nice.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
You know, just certain things like, you know, it's certain artists that are, I think, really trying to get back to the quality. They want to make their mark in the contemporary R&B space and not just be a song or just be a
moment.
You know what I mean?
No, that's good.
And I think that the telltale sign is, you know, the OGs are working again. So I think that's the telltale sign when you see the underdogs get back together.
Yeah.
You know, when you see Troy Taylor in the studio, you know, with all the young artists.
With the youngest.
Yeah. When you see, you know, people like us in the studio, you know what I mean, working. You see Jermaine working. You see Tricky and Dream working. You know what I mean? I think that the telltale sign is the OGs are in the studio with these young artists, whether they're co-creating and co-producing with these young artists or whether they're producing the artists. I think that, to me, that's a telltale sign. You know what I mean? You know, you got the D Miles of the world. You got No IDs. You got, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that's a tell. You know, Brian Morgan, I spoke to Brian Morgan the other day. Like, he's working, sending records. You know what I mean? Like, I think that the telltale sign is you see the OGs in the studio working with the young artists, and that embrace that's happening, I think is a telltale sign that we're headed in the right direction.
So, I mean, you talked about this Jaymin?
Jaymin, yeah. I think that's how you, I literally just, it was like 2 days ago, and I was like, yo, this kid is...
So, would you put him on the list of artists you feel like have the development right now? Like,
yeah, I'm about to tell you.
I feel like Kehlani is there, of course.
Oh, Kehlani's there. Kehlani's there.
But again, that's one who is, you know, Kehlani's been around.
Yeah,
you know,
he's been around. I'm saying, she's a
12,
person that
11, 12 years.
We watched her development.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
But
she watched her development.
She has it now.
Yeah, Jaymin, Jaymin. Yeah, that's
Jaymin. Okay.
Yeah, that's.
I feel like J-Don, you know,
J-Don
is coming along.
But J-Don also is an artist that we watched develop. We've known J-Don since he was a kid.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like
From his early
when you watch somebody like that really hone in on their craft. You know, I mean,
bring that glass over here, man.
Yes, sir, brother. Let's go in.
We don't have to drink alone.
Yeah, but
I am not meant
to
drink
be alone.
to drink alone. No. I mean, so there are a few out there. Cheers. You know,
Cheers.
that you know.
I mean, I feel like there's a lot. I mean, I'm going through this. I made a list. I feel like there's a lot. I feel like there's an artist named Fabo who's dope. You know what I mean? I think that you get to, you know, Nisha, who's been around for a minute.
I'm sorry, go back. There's an
Fabo.
Fabo.
But not Fabo from like not D4L Fabo.
Oh, I was about to say.
R&B artist
Well, of
named
course,
Fabo.
Fabo is developed.
No, Fabo, Phabo, Fabo.
Okay.
R&B
Not Laffy
artist.
Taffy.
No, not Laffy Taffy. No. This guy's
I was
R&B
about to say,
artist.
Laffy Taffy. You can't get more developed than that, baby.
I mean, number one on Hot 100.
Shake it. Shake it, baby.
Shake it.
I mean, you know, we'll continue this conversation. You know, we have a special guest today who I am very excited. We are very excited about. But, you know, I'm always excited to have him around. It's Troy Taylor.
Yeah.
He's going to stop by the set today, and we're going to have
This is going to be good.
It's going to be great.
This is going to be great.
Yo, this is Sessions. We told y'all we have a special guest today.
Yes, we do.
You know, we always bring you the top tier, talent and legends in this R&B game. He is a producer. He is a vocal arranger.
Yeah.
He is a star developer.
For sure.
He is a mentor.
Yes.
And on top of all that, he has the distinguished pleasure of being my older brother.
100%.
Ladies and gentlemen, Troy Taylor.
Troy Taylor.
Yo, where you at? Oh, man. Yes, big bro. Indeed. Troy Taylor, everybody. This is my big brother. This man has been my big brother since I was a little boy. And I love him dearly.
Troy Taylor.
Troy Taylor, everybody.
Troy Taylor, y'all.
You look so, give yourself a round of applause. And while you're in the clapping mood. But no, seriously, welcome to Sessions.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me, guys.
Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir.
This is lovely.
No, well, thank you.
This is really nice.
We would, okay, and so I know him, and because I know him as my brother, I know that he doesn't drink. So I don't want anyone like, dang, you don't offer your guests no glass to drink, though. Like, he doesn't drink, ladies and gentlemen.
Not at all.
That's why he's not drinking. Okay. So, I mean, we got a lot to cover.
Yes,
my
do.
God.
You know,
So much.
35 plus
36.
36
years.
years of being in this experiment that we call music.
Amazing, man.
Talk a little bit about, overall what you feel like your contribution has been from your perspective. How do you see yourself? I mean, we say vocal producer, songwriter, producer, record executive, mentor, Troy Taylor University, developer of talent, but how do you see it? Like when you are, asked to describe yourself and what you've brought to this game.
That's a good question. That's a real good question. I see myself as somebody who is the exact example of doing this thing for real. Not for status quo, not for, guess who I am.
Yeah.
Nah, actually for really seeing talent, getting to it and bringing it out for real, not for me, but because I have the gift to see things in a raw stage. Not only just to see it, but to develop it. Not only to develop it, but to bring it and put it out. So I take that so seriously. So I look at myself in this game as someone who really does it. For real. Not for show.
I love that. When he talked about seeing it in the raw form, I think I have a new nickname for you.
What?
There's a show called Landman with Billy Bob Thornton.
Okay. I don't know that.
He's an oil man. And he essentially goes around finding oil in obscure fucking places that looks like.
Yeah.
Troy is the landman of the music industry.
No, it's interesting
We
because
got to get him a hat.
Yeah.
Because he can go and see something and see like,
Yeah.
I see art. I see it all. I see it all. Send it over this way.
Yep.
And I'm going to send you back. You know, he's the guy you can give the raw ingredients to.
Yep.
And he tells you, just go sit at the table.
Yeah.
Let me get back in the kitchen and I'll bring the milk.
I'll bring the milk.
I'm going to bring it out.
Yeah, I think it's so
got it.
interesting because you've had your hands in so many different places. Throughout the years, it's almost like, and it's been silent but loud in the same breath, right? Like we all know who Troy Taylor is. We've always known who he is.
Absolutely.
But you've been legendary things, you know, from Boyz II Men all the way down, you know, these legendary things you've been a part of, you've produced. Everybody from, you know, like I said, Boyz II Men and Johnny Gill to, you know, all the way to
Aretha Franklin,
all the way to discovering Trey Songz and you know what I mean, like and creating that lane and for him. I just think that
15-year-old kid from Chicago by the name of Carl Thomas.
Yeah.
Who's, you know, wandering around New York
City.
His mother in trust.
Yeah. You know,
this
it's
man
just
to look after.
it's so interesting and I'm really curious. You've seen a lot change. You've seen the music business change several times.
Yes. Yes. For sure. Drastically too.
Exactly.
Yes.
From your perspective, like what is the biggest change from 1990 or 1989 to 2026?
The biggest change is the social media. That's the biggest change. Because you didn't know anything about what Michael did after the album.
True.
We didn't care. We just sat and wait. We wait for the next album. We wait for the next Prince album. And we'll like it.
Yeah.
And we'll hold on to the music that they left behind until the next one. Now, I wonder what cereal he eats. I wonder what he does. Like, does he ever, what kind of car does he drive? I wonder, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now they want to know all of that.
Right.
So that has changed everything. The mystique
We lost the
is
mystique.
gone.
Lost, yeah.
We lost it. And it was important at one point. Now it's not enough.
Wow.
Yeah. So now everything
Do
is
you
based off of
believe that talent, if the talent is strong enough? Okay, let's take Michael and that mystique, and let's take Off the Wall. Let's take Thriller. Could Michael is Thriller and is Michael and is the stage presence and is the music good enough to exist today? If he ignored social media, could Michael Jackson ignore social media? Could Prince ignore social media?
If they were new artists.
If they were new artists, same songs,
Okay.
same artistry, same thing, but also their same personality. Because we know that both of those guys, I'm not letting you in.
Yeah, at all.
I'm not like I'm not getting ready to walk you around my house. Like, you're like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Prince especially, right?
Yeah.
Would the music still be enough?
No.
Talk
No. It
about
would
that.
not
Speak
be
to
enough.
that.
Because they want to know too much. Who are you? The attitude. The kid's got an attitude.
And
I don't know him.
audacity also too.
Is it entitled?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who are you? No. Who is he? Yo, look, go to this dude named his name is Prince. And he wears paisley stuff and like flowery stuff.
You got a perm.
Who is this?
You got
perm.
perm.
You got a perm. You
It
got
wouldn't
Jerry
high
Curl.
heels.
hold up. It wouldn't even get to the music. Soon as they look at him, they not trying to hear him.
Now hold on. Let's pause there, right? Let's pause there.
Okay.
So another thing that, like you said, social media, but a big major change before that is MTV. Right?
Okay. Yep.
So I was watching a documentary on Yacht Rock and Christopher Cross, right? Christopher Cross is the only
The
artist.
godfather of Yacht.
He's the only artist
Go on.
in Grammy history to win all 4 main awards in one night. He won Record of the Year, Album of the Year,
I never knew
Song of the Year, and Best New Artist.
What was the song?
It was first album. It was 1979. Christopher Cross is Sailing, Ride Like the Wind.
In one night?
In one night.
He's
Christopher
the only
Cross.
artist
The only artist.
that ever win all 4 awards in one night and never got on the Grammy stage again after that.
Ever again.
And
Was
what
he even
happened
nominated?
what happened was, he was nominated again for the Arthur thing.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. Okay, got it. Okay.
But what happened was, right after Christopher Cross has this moment, in comes MTV. Right? Christopher Cross wasn't that kind of
Not
artist.
at all. You didn't even know what he looked like.
The cover of the album is a flamingo.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It was no pictures on the insert. It was you just knew I love this song Sailing. Or I love Ride Like the Wind. Ride Like the Wind. Like I love these songs. He makes these songs I love. And they bought into it. And this guy won the 4 big Grammys in 1 year.
See? No.
MTV comes in. He doesn't even know how to adjust. You can't adjust because he was a guy that was, he's from Austin, was South San Antonio, Texas, in the late 70s. He's a guy who would perform with the what's that? Not Warren Moon, who played for the Earl Campbell. He had an Earl Campbell jersey on, playing the guitar. Like he didn't have his image.
He had no image.
He had no image. No image.
Wow.
The image was the music.
Yeah. Yep.
That was the image.
Yep.
So you think about artists
He was Tim Duncan before Tim Duncan got to San Antonio. He was the
100%.
Tim Duncan of the music business.
It was the Tim Duncan of the music business. went 4 times platinum. You know what I mean? The first time you see him really in real life is on the Grammys.
Wow.
When he's winning Record of the Year, Album of the Year, Song of the Year, and Best New Artist. And he's like, I don't thank you. I'm just a country boy from Texas, man. Thank you. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? So
not today.
We went from that, right, to, like you said, the music is like a afterthought.
Yep.
Like, we have to see
you also do music?
Yeah.
It's become that.
Yeah.
Oh, you do music? Okay.
Okay, all right. You know what I mean? To the point where that is, MTV, I believe, is the beginning of that. Like I said, video killed the radio star. I feel like MTV is the beginning of that, when we have to now visibly see the artist. That's why Michael Jackson is so important, because he understood the power of imagery. You know what I mean? He understood, I got to look. I got to have a look.
Got the moves.
I got to
put that shit on.
I got to put that shit on. I got to get my hair right.
all times.
I got to get, you know what I'm saying? This shit is shifting. You know what I mean?
Hair has to look right.
Immaculate.
And we're gonna get to New Haven in the start. I'm gonna tell a funny story about how the hair has to look right. We landed our illustrious executive producer, who is, who will not be on camera.
Yeah.
He's Kaiser Soze.
Kaiser Soze.
You guys.
He is.
I don't know where Noon and I were landing. I wonder if he remembers this. We're about to see. And we were on a plane with Al Sharpton.
Wow.
And we land, and, we're walking off the plane, and, Al's assistant catches up to him. Al's in first class, of course.
Of course he is. Of course he is.
Sorry, Al, I had to tell you. Your sister.
We know this, man.
You had your sister riding with the luggage, but that's okay. He caught up with you, and, they're walking. Al, under his breath, goes, "How the hair look?" How the hair look?
How the hair look.
How the hair look?
How the hair look?
I have to have the hair right. Al understood image.
Yes.
He knew it.
And he knew that was part of his image.
Yeah.
Yep.
But you're right. Like now it's like, the music is an afterthought.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
All right, so take us to New Haven. We're in New Haven, where there's you and Yale University. There's two things
right down the street.
Going on
The only
New
thing.
Haven.
Yeah.
Take us. This is pre-Shamari.
Yes, this is pre-Shamari.
I'm telling y'all, this is my older brother. Troy was in a group called Shamari. We're gonna get to that. But start us
And before the Shamari, it was Sweet Attraction.
Sweet Attraction.
And during the Sweet Attraction, there was a band called Special Request.
Wow.
Yeah, so yeah, it's some levels here.
Yeah.
We talk about development.
Yes.
We talk about development.
I'm the kid
You know what I'm
who
saying?
everybody comes to the neighborhood and they come to my house. I got the 4-track and the EPS 16 plus and
EPS.
the Insoniq and the DX7, Yamaha DX7, a classic. Oh,
Classic sound.
I wish I never sold that. But anyway, I got all of this stuff in my room. And I'm going to school at Hartford Conservatory at this moment, which was a deal that I made with my mom to, after high school. I didn't want to, but it was a 2-year program. Sound like a great deal. 2 years out, and I'm good.
Yeah.
My music teacher, Mr. Bowie, he suggested it. I did that. But, during the course of that time, I learned some things, some chord progression, 2-5-1s, and the popularity of R&B. Oh, that's what that's called. So it did do some good. But I'm this kid that everyone's coming to the house and, Sweet Attraction. And then after Sweet Attraction, I got into Shamari. And then they would come over and we would just, they didn't have equipment. So they learned at my house. And just noticing everyone's talent in high school, that's what I did. Like when I heard someone singing in the hallway, I'm like, yo, you should come to the house. Like, but they're not thinking of singing and performing and all that. They're just singing. And so that's what it became. Like when I remember thinking of artist development in that room, my mom coming in the room saying, how many times you gonna sing that?
Wow. That same part over and over again.
Yeah, that same part for 2 hours. And I'm like, Ma, it's gotta be right. But it was right. It sounded good to me. But
it sound good.
Ma,
it don't sound good to me.
It don't feel good. It don't feel right.
Yeah.
It don't feel right. Plus, you can't hear it with the music because I've got the headphones on. But all she's hearing is the same line over. I didn't know that was what you're supposed to do.
Wow. It was just something that was innately.
Yeah, I just knew I wanted it right.
Yeah.
But in my head, when you get a record deal, you won't have to do that because you'll have a record deal and you'll do it. You'll do it right. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that until I worked with these kids. And they were slated to do 4 songs. And I was 22, going to the studio with them. And I'm thinking, if you got a record deal, you're signed.
Professional.
You're professional.
Yeah. Oh
You've gone through whatever, all the things that I'm doing in my room.
Exact same.
You've gone through your ear, everything, you're good.
Yeah.
So nobody should have to tell you how to sing.
You're getting paid to you have a record deal.
Yeah. You're supposed
You got a
to.
signing bonus.
You're supposed to know. You're supposed to know. And they weren't. It wasn't that they weren't singing good. They wasn't singing it right. How it goes. They wasn't singing how it goes.
Yeah.
You got that. I did the demo, so I know how it goes.
They weren't singing it right.
They weren't singing it. And I'm like, you're flat. But they were kids. They were kids. But it didn't matter. They were signed to Motown. Didn't matter. You signed to Motown, you know.
Yeah.
But they weren't doing it right. So now I found myself trying to tell them how to sing it. And I'm feeling weird because am I supposed to be telling them how to sing this? Do it again. This is the beginning of Troy Taylor vocal production. This is the beginning of the vocal production.
Which was a terrorist organization in its early days. He's mellowed out.
I've mellowed out so much. And I'm just, and they're getting it right, but I have to tell them. Next weekend, I don't tell this side of the story too much because it was 2 weekends. It was with these kids and it was another group. Today, Big Bub.
Big Bub.
Yes, sir. Love, Chief, and West. Yes, sir. I don't talk about it too much, but I'm going to start talking about it because it's very important because I was with them as well and with Bub. And
they were on Motown,
Yeah,
too.
they was on Motown as well. So I'm sitting there like, you're not supposed to. I'm a producer. You're the artist. You're supposed to just sing it. I'm just supposed to make sure. I don't even know what I'm supposed to be sure.
Wow.
All I know is this ain't going right. So you sing it again.
Yeah, that's what I do know. I do know
it ain't going right. Again.
Yeah.
Again and again and again. And I'm just like, okay. still not registering vocal production because I'm a producer, so it comes together. It all comes together. You're the producer. You're supposed to do that. That's what you're supposed to do. You're the producer. You're supposed to see it all the way through. Getting it all the way and seeing it all the way through, I still didn't realize what that was yet. These kids come out and they become known all over the world as Boyz II Men, and it's like, oh snap! Oh wow! Oh wow! Now, granted, no Pro Tools, no Auto Tune. That's another reason why it was important because you had to know how to sing.
You had to know how to sing, man.
And stay in pitch, stay on beat, the rhythm.
Find the pocket.
Find the pocket.
Because one thing to stay on beat, but nothing to
find the pocket.
You know what I mean?
Right there.
It's 2-inch reel, so you got to go back at least like 15 seconds.
Bro,
oh my God.
You got to rewind all.
Yo, hold up. So let me just break it down a little bit. It's a tape machine.
Yeah.
So each time you got to do it again, it's click, ding, boom, 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 clack, clack, ching. Just for that one part.
You try to get that one, and you just
One
punch.
part.
Like
you gotta punch it in. You gotta punch it in.
Bro.
And it's one part. It's not right. Again. Click, 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 click. Click, click. Boom. Imagine that.
Yeah.
Each time you try to get it right, it's
I'm just really thinking about how we can do this.
Kids working on Pro Tools today where you're able to just come in right on the thing. Like, you'll never understand what we went through.
And it's right there, and you just take the mouse and you put it right there.
Yeah.
We had to rewind that tape, and it had to click and lock in for one little part.
That goes back to what I was saying about analog. It's the new luxury now, right? Because I know it feels like it takes forever, but that was our process.
That was our process.
Why I feel like people go back and they listen to this music. They go back and listen to the music we made in the, in the 90s, in the late 90s, and the early 2000s. And people are so attached to it because I feel like it took more to get to the finish line.
Yeah,
it did.
You know what I'm saying? It took more, even when it got easier, let's say, granted, that's the real way. Like, that's the studio, that's the 2-inch, whatever. Then it got easier, and we had D88s and ADATs and all
first,
that. Right?
ADATs first.
It got easier when you could be at home with your tapes and this, that, third. But even then, right, let's say you get your record down. Let's say we stacking vocals, right? To do a hook, like, John's had an 8-track. A D88, right?
Yeah, D88.
And to do a hook, then you blend the hook down, and then you bounce the hook, and then you put the hook in the sampler.
Which he learned in the basement.
You bounce it.
Which I learned from him.
He learned in the basement.
How to do from him.
Like, it's even that, it was easier.
Yep.
It was easier. We got songs done quicker, even then. But even that process was a process.
Yep, a process.
To get to, I've been in the studio and I'm trying to, I'd have to blend the vocal, sample the vocal into my MP, and then hit it. Like every part, like when the hook come around, hit it again.
You gotta trim
and
on
it gotta be
each
right.
side.
It gotta be
You
gotta be right. Boom.
right on the
You know what I mean? Like,
From that to program it. Did you ever program it in thing?
it is.
Because
Exactly.
it links up with the thing and it.
you do it simply or you're doing
Simply.
time clock. You know what I mean? Like, it still was a thing. And for us, it was a step further. Because let's say we're working on those tapes, D88 tapes or ADAT tapes. When the song gets placed, right? Now we gotta go to the studio
And do it.
and track the beat out. Line those tapes up with the 2-inch and transfer. Like, it was a thing. Like, it used to be an all-day thing that we guys got booked
And sing
out
those vocals over.
Right. Yeah, when someone was tracking the beat out, it's like, okay, I'm gonna go get something to eat because this is like a 2-3 hour process.
This is gonna be a few hours.
Yep.
It's not just as simple,
Too many hours.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Okay, I'm about to send this to you. Now it's, all right, I'm sending this to you now. I'm about to,
I mean, I'm
track
grateful
that,
for the technology and we're able to do it at the level
But there
we're
was
doing.
something to that. It was
But
something to that made the sound what it is.
It was.
What it was at that
it
time.
made you appreciate it and it made you better too. Did you always know you wanted to do? Was music it? That was
it.
Okay.
Music was it. 13, 14. That's it. That's it. Nothing else. Nothing else. I don't want to do anything else. Music is it. That's it.
Wow.
And I couldn't see myself. Now I had jobs. I had worked at, believe it or not, doing dishes. Worked at a clothing store. Newspaper job.
You worked at a record store
worked
too.
at the record store.
Yeah, the record
That was
store.
the end. That was the end. That was like
That's when you knew.
That was like it. That's
Yeah.
the perfect job. Okay, boom. I'm music every day,
Yeah.
seeing what's coming in. I was the kid
Coming out,
that you come in and say, "Hey Troy, what's hot for today?
Mm-hmm.
You know, what's hot this week?" I'm that kid. I'm gonna tell you, get this one. Don't get that one. Get this one. And I sold I sold a lot of albums. Anita Baker, the Sweet Love album,
Yeah.
David Lee Roth, Billy Joel. Like it was just all these albums that I remember when they came in. It's like, and that was me. I was there, sleeving them up, putting them up, and listening to everything and studying everything, even when I didn't know I was studying. Like the formula, the format, which people don't understand is so important. When to put this, take it out. When to do an ad lib, the pocket of the ad lib. And I noticed that, I want my stuff to sound like that. So that's how I learned. That's how I knew how to do things. And I'm home, like mimicking what I'm hearing. I think that's, if it's a smash, it's a hit, then do what they did.
Exactly.
And that was back too when
Exactly.
working in a record store entailed a little bit more than just cashing people out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you had to have some type of proficiency, not just in record stores and in other things. I remember you telling me, popular song, 1988, girl comes in, there's a song I heard on the radio, the name of the song is I Can Tell You How I Feel About You.
Yeah.
And he's like, Night and day? No. I can tell you how I feel about you.
Come on. I got the record. I get that.
So I'll be sure.
Yeah.
It's night and day.
Even before that, she'd been coming in for a week saying this title that I knew nothing about. And it was sitting right in the bin the whole time.
Wow.
And so I was playing it when she came in this particular day.
And she was like,
that's what I was looking for. I'm like, girl, this is night and day. Like, I'll be sure. It's not, I can tell you how I feel. Yeah, hey, listen, that's the importance of titles. Don't be so artsy that you say the song is I love you. I'm going to call it Rainbow.
Right.
The heck? No, it's I love you. Because that's what they're going to come in the record store saying. Like, So I learned so much from those times and just applying it to the profession. Not just hearing it and saying, oh, it's dope, it's cool. I think a lot of this generation, they love the 90s, but they don't know how to do it.
I agree.
They don't apply it.
Right.
It's like, I want to do a 90s record. Okay. There's a bridge. Like, we got to do a bridge.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
you
we do.
It's some background.
It was a standard.
It was a standard or a B section or some type of change.
Yeah.
Now they get to the point today, and it was like, they don't even do second verse. Can we fade it? Like,
Right.
what?
It's a 2 minute. It's a 2 minute song now.
Like, it's a second.
Good.
Well, I don't know what else to say. Finish the conversation.
Finish the conversation.
It has to be long enough. Fuck, I saw a movie. It's about the guy who. We'll table this. I'm gonna come back to it. God, big time record man. Shit, I'm blanking on this. It'll come to me. Anyway, we'll move on. So you spoke about the Hartford Conservatory. Recently, and by recently, the year before last.
Yes.
You went back and you received an honorary doctorate.
Yeah.
The honorary doctorate wasn't that school.
Okay.
Because that school had closed years ago.
Okay, got it.
This was a school that chose me.
Okay.
That saw my works over the years and felt like we want to honor you.
Got you.
With this.
Nice.
Okay.
The name of the I forgot the name of it.
I see. That's when you balling. You got the doctorate, and you don't even know what. But for the Hartford Conservatory, was there an influence there that you spoke about your music teacher? What influence and impact did that have on the journey and the overall?
Once I started knowing what I was playing, it became intentional now. Because I would go home and say, oh, G minus with a 9. Oh, your ear hears it. Yeah.
This is what a 7th chord is.
And then I'm listening to Jeff Lorber. And now I'm identifying the chords. And I'm like, I'm listening to
Some
Bob
of these
James.
people watching this have no fucking idea.
Yeah.
What you guys are talking about. Was it 9?
Please,
Was
any
it
name
11?
any name that I mean, please
No,
study. Herbie. Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
I'm
Herbie.
learning
Herbie
everything.
Hancock.
But then I'm learning how they put, because Jeff Lorber is the master of 251.
Yes, he is.
He's gonna do a 251 almost in every song.
Yep.
But when I heard it, I'm like, oh. Then it started going to R&B. That's, oh.
Yeah.
So it became a light bulb, like just going off like, okay, all right. Now, me being rebellious, of course, I didn't continue to study the theory of it. Because once my ear knew what everything was,
I got it.
I got it. I'm cool. And you know, it's
That's
funny. I purposely didn't go too deep into playing because I noticed that a lot of dope musicians don't know how to produce.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying anybody particularly, and then I'm not saying this applies to everybody, but I noticed that it's hard for them because they're so dope.
They hear so much.
They hear so much that they tend to put everything in it. Me, I knew that I wanted the chords to be the background vocals.
Wow.
So let's not do all of this here.
Yeah.
Let's not do all this here because I'm going to do those notes in the background vocals.
Wow.
So I knew that. But that was just something for me.
Yeah.
I didn't think that it was something for the music industry. I didn't think that that's what they did. Though I did when we think about Rod Temperton and we think about Michael Jackson and Rock With You, they spent a whole day just on backgrounds.
Yeah.
Just on backgrounds. And if I got the session. So I got the actual session. So I just sit there and listen like,
just study.
woo, like shit.
Yeah.
So I was doing it right the whole time.
Yeah.
I was doing it right. Spending hours and hours on the backgrounds and on the harmonies. I was doing, they took a whole day just for backgrounds alone.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not tripping. All right.
Yeah.
And just you know, just at Hartford, even though I didn't want to go, I didn't want to do it. I can say I walked away understanding and talking the language. What key you in? Okay, got you. That was important.
Yeah.
What key you in? Now it's important for autotune.
It's very,
to know what key,
yeah.
to know
Every
what
day,
key you
right.
in.
Yeah.
What key is it?
You can hit the,
So it did play a major role in my ear and my decision making. Yeah, it was great. It was a great decision.
How old were you when you, tell us about the Motown days, signed to Motown, Timmy Regisford, who was,
Nah, but you know what? That story is great. But let's go back to the oops.
Okay.
The oops is I signed to an independent company, just rushing, being impatient. The girl I was with wasn't going right. The group I was in wasn't going right.
Yeah.
I wanted to leave. I wanted to get out of New Haven.
Wow.
That's all I was thinking about. Rushing. I ended up signing to a label. By the way, the name of this label, I didn't know what it was till years later. So the label is called Warlock Records.
Oh, God. Wow. Wow.
I didn't know what a Warlock
Warlock
was.
in fact, besides,
I'm like, I didn't know Warlock. I didn't know.
And Warlock was doing a lot. They were doing a lot of deals back
They
then.
was.
Yeah,
It was a horrible deal.
Random.
It was a horrible deal. And on top of that, I didn't even get an attorney to look at the deal.
Oh, you just signed it.
I just signed it.
Oh, yeah.
Don't ever
do that.
Kids at home, don't try. This is one thing you don't do.
Children.
Because I ended up signing my publishing away, not for a year, not for 10, not even for 20, for the rest of my life.
in perpetuity is what
Perpetuity.
that's
Yes,
the
that's
word.
what that's
Yeah,
called.
get that
Yes.
word.
Yes.
Go
In
look that word up.
perpetuity. Look that, make sure you, yeah. And didn't know it. My partner at the time, Charles, he got it looked at, and he told me, you know, you signed your publishing away. I was like, whoa.
Wow.
You're fucked.
Gee.
Wow.
Yeah.
So now we're going back to the record store and reading credits, knowing who people are.
Mm-hmm.
My whole theory was, what if I ever met them? I want to ask them this question. Like, you know, living in an imaginary world, if I meet them, I want to know why they did this. So I begin to get all these little things and add them up. Or if I ever meet Greg Fillinganes, I'm going to ask him about this one bass line that went off on Shaka Khan's We Can Work It Out. It just went off key. Why did they leave that there? You know? And I did get a chance to ask him at Fred Siegel's years later in LA. And I saw him, and I walked up to him, and I introduced myself, and the first thing I said was, "Hey man, Shaka Khan, we could work it out. You played the bass synth,
Yeah, bass synth,
and
yeah.
it goes off real quick." He started laughing. Now this is years of wanting to know this question.
Yeah.
And he started laughing. He said, oh, okay. And I learned something, and I'll tell you what I learned. He said while I was playing it, the bass line, because my thing is how come that bass line goes off, but nothing else goes off? That went off, so if it was the tape or something, everything else should have, he was like, no, when I was recording the bass line, the tape messed up in that section.
Wow.
So I said, oh. I said, but why didn't they fix it? He said,
wow.
So, but Timmy Regisford, he was a name that I would notice because now there's this sound. There's this sound coming up. There's this sound, and then there's this kid that everybody's talking about. There's this sound, this new sound. It's called the New Jack Swing. And everybody's talking about it, and it's this kid, Teddy Riley. And it's starting to bubble, and you're hearing a little. So I'm like, okay, all right. So Timmy was on Motown. He was an executive of Motown, and he was behind a lot of the, the up and coming New Jack Swing. So I remember that name. So before I got to Motown, because Timmy worked on Motown. Yeah, that's that. That's me knowing his name, seeing his name, Lil Silas Jr. And Timmy Regisford. They seemed like to be the name on everything I like.
Yeah.
When the label asked me, before I got off that label, when the Warlock Records, when they asked me for my single, who do I want to get to mix my song? And I'm like, mix? Timmy Regisford.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get Timmy on the phone. Oh, what? That was crazy. Yeah. And, I'm gonna meet Timmy Regisford.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. And so we go to the mix session, my very first mix session, the first time in the studio, big board, all the lights, all the stuff that you see on TV. This is my first time. I sat in the corner. But before I sat in the corner, before I even went, I promised myself that I would try to take as much advantage of this moment. And I had, I said, I'm gonna play 3 songs. I'm gonna play 3 songs, but I'm not going to play the songs. I'm gonna just play the beats. Because then he's gonna ask me if I have songs. Then I'm gonna say yes. And then I'm gonna say, but I don't have them with me, but I can come back. That was my
strategy.
Yeah. It sounded like a good idea. I was just like, so go there, boom. He's working on it. Alan Gregory was the engineer. He takes a break. He goes into the lounge. He got the boombox on the desk, on the table. He's eating, and I was like, thank you for mixing this, for mixing this record. Can I play you some songs, more songs? First he had said the song that I don't even want to say the name of the song because everybody gonna try to go look for it. I don't want nobody to go look for it.
Oh, no.
Here we go.
We need the song. We need the song.
Nah. Maybe I'll tell it later, but then I'm like, so I thanked him. He was like, it's a good song. I'm like, thank you. I said, can I play you, some other songs?
Yeah.
He said, sure. No, I said, can I play you some beats?
Yeah.
Some music. That's why I said music, because I didn't say beats back then. So he said, sure. And I put the cassette, while he was, right there on the boombox, put this cassette in. He played one track, and then he played the next one. Then he got in the middle of that one. Where's the songs? And the songs, what's the lyrics? Like, oh, no, I got songs to him. Well, let me hear. I want to hear the songs. That he's a song man.
Yeah.
He's a song man. I was like, oh, I don't have them with me, but I can come back. That was a Monday. He scheduled the meeting on a Wednesday. So I got back on the train, and now I'm in Motown having this meeting.
Wow.
And I brought a bag full of cassettes. Because, back then, that's all I did.
Oh, yeah.
Write, make the beat, write to the beat, record it.
Yeah.
Repeat.
Yeah.
Go get something to eat, come back, go see a chick, Come back. Repeat. On the phone, chick. Get off the phone, chick. Repeat.
Write the song.
Write the song.
Exactly.
And boom. So that was my routine. So I had a gang of tracks. I mean, gang of music or whatever. So I started playing him a lot of music. And long story short, he saw the value and the potential of me as an artist, songwriter, producer. And he ended up, long story short, buying me off that label, which and then ended up me getting my songs back. So had he not signed me, I would have not gotten those songs back.
Wow.
And got my publishing back.
Wow.
So then I'm an artist on Motown. And I made a whole album. A whole album. Woo! A whole album on Motown. It was pretty.
What year was this?
Pretty good. This is 1989, 90.
Okay.
To 91. All the way up to 92, 90. Yeah, 92. Motown is about to change. They're about to close the office in New York and stay open. Because, they have New York and LA. Now they're about to close the New York office and just be in LA. And so...
This is Gerald Busby's.
This is Gerald Busby.
Okay.
Gerald Busby.
Go research these names, man.
Yeah.
Truly.
Gerald
Another
Busby
great
is
record
a iconic record man.
Absolutely.
Gerald Busby, I remember coming to Timmy's office and Timmy telling him about me and, just saying, this is the kid I was telling you about, and Gerald just kicking off his shoes and just listening to my music with a pad. Now, I done told the story in the backwards, but that pad that Gerald had, he wrote down, he put an artist, a group here and a group here, line down the middle, boom, and Timmy just playing my songs, and he's putting a song over here for that group, a song over here, which was Boyz II Men and Today. Wow. So he picked 4 songs for each group out of my songs that he played. Wow. So I had this vision. I always wanted to be like Babyface. I wanted to be the artist and then write for other people as well. Mm-hmm. That was my thing. If I'm gonna be an artist, I still want to produce for other people. So Babyface was like,
the blueprint.
That was the blueprint. Yeah. That was the Babyface album with all the makeup on with the balloons.
Yeah, the Lovers. The Lovers. The first pressing.
The first pressing.
Lovers, yeah.
Babyface, I don't know what you're talking about.
Capital.
I don't know what they were thinking about, but all that balloons, I don't know. The sequence, I don't know. But anyway, that was my blueprint. Yeah. That was it. And then as Teddy Riley's coming up, it's like, ooh, I wanna, yeah. So, but then I got into the middle of this whole thing. They was about to shift, and I realized I don't want to be an artist.
I remember having that moment too.
Well, see, the thing about me is, I think, this is a story of knowing yourself.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Knowing who you are.
Yeah.
And one thing about Troy got a smart mouth.
No, you
don't say.
Troy got a smart mouth, and Troy is going to tell you whether you like it or not. Yeah. And that was me. That was me since I was little. Don't ask me. I'm going to tell you.
Yeah.
And I can't imagine myself going to a radio station and they saying something slick.
And you not responding.
Troy,
no, I respond.
That's what I'm saying. You can't imagine.
Oh my!
But I'm saying you can't imagine not responding.
Not responding. And being politically correct. No, I'm gonna mess it up.
I'm gonna mess it up.
Not only that, I want to go where I want to go when I want to go, and I don't want to be annoyed by people wanting to talk all the time. And Troy, you don't want to do this. I did a whole album, got it. The single, My Favorite Love, remixed by, dang it, I just had his name in my head. He passed away. DJ Clark Kent.
Clark Kent.
R.I.P. Clark.
Yes, Clark Kent remixed it. It was ready, photo shoot, everything, boom. And then I told Timmy I didn't want to be an artist. He asked me if I was sure. I told Charles first, and I told Timmy I don't want to do this. And it was cool because they were transitioning, so there was no money, really spent. Yeah. It didn't come out yet, so. And it just kind of went away. and Boyz II Men came out. And when Boyz II Men came out, and I walked into the record store in Brooklyn and bought that album and saw my name, that was it. Reading credits was my thing.
So now you're
I'm reading
in the
credits,
credits.
and I'm in the. I screamed so loud.
Wasn't that a
I
feeling?
screamed so loud, everybody looked at me, because now we got CDs.
Yeah.
And that was the CD I ripped open. I screamed so loud, everybody's looking at me. I'm like, look. That's me. See that right there? That's me. Troy Taylor. Yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
Like, and they're like, yeah, right.
Wow.
I'm like, yo,
You
that
have no
feeling,
idea. Yeah, what this
that
feeling is.
feeling,
Yeah.
that was it. That was it. Because now I can go anywhere I want, and nobody don't know who I am, but you know what I mean? I'm on the album.
Yeah.
I can do whatever I want. I don't have to worry about the political part of it.
Yeah.
I'm good.
That's
Yeah.
that moment. What was your first time seeing your? Mine was Mona Lisa.
Yeah.
What was your first time seeing your
Seeing
name?
my
on
name,
on
actually
the credits?
seeing my name on the credits.
On the
Right?
credits.
Was Sam Salter.
Wow. Okay.
We did a remix. So we had a song that we were pitching, right? Greg Curtis, my mentor at the time, he moved to LA and he was pitching songs that we had did. There's one song he was pitching, and Sam Salter had put his album out, right? But he was pitching this song. Somebody Left Face heard the song and was like, "We want this for Sam," but Sam's album was already out, so they was putting a song out called "It's On Tonight." The single was good. I think that's the name of the album. They were putting the single out. And they were like, "We love this." The song called "It's Getting Late." The song's called "It's Getting Late." They love the songs, and we're gonna make this the remix. Let's do some rewrites and make it the remix. And they made it a remix, put it out. We got paid. I think Greg got paid like $4,000 or $5,000 for the remix. So he sent me. I was here, living in Atlanta already.
Wow.
He sent me like $750, like $1,000. You know what I'm saying? Because it was all in. So he had to pay studio and all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he sent me like $750, something like that. He sent Scooby some money. He did it right. R.I.P. my man Scooby. He did it right. And I remember there was a record store on campus across the street from the library called what was the name of the record store? It was Marco's Pita, and there was a record store.
Was it Turtles?
Not Turtles, but no, it was on campus. This record store was a
Okay.
school.
School.
Campus
Okay,
record.
gotcha. Okay.
I remember going to the record store and buying the 12-inch vinyl.
You had to go and buy your
Right.
own. You had to support.
And on the back of the vinyl, it had, it was like, "It's Getting Late," It's On the Night remix. That had written by, Bryan-Michael, Cox, Greg Curtis, Teron, Scooby's name. And it was like, and I was just like, this is great. You know what I mean? Like,
And you're having
this
to
is
call
crazy.
your mother because this is before you can take a screenshot and send it to your mom. Like, "Hey, mom, look at this." Like, it's like,
I had to call my
"Hey,
mom.
mom, I'm holding it."
And at this
Like,
point,
you
too,
can't-
we're all living in different places. Greg is living in LA at this point. I'm living here when the record was released. I'm living here already.
Scooby's in Houston
back
still?
in Houston.
Okay.
So we have to call each other long distance. Like,
Long.
yo, I got the,
Long
This is the free nights and weekends.
Yeah,
days.
but it's before that though. This is the house phone.
Oh, shit.
The long distance. The fees.
Yeah.
And say,
The fees.
did you get the? I just bought the 12-inch. And
Yeah.
This, that, and the third. And I remember that moment. But I feel like that was a good moment. But I felt like, the song wasn't really a hit. The moment that moment, the Boyz II Men moment for you was Get Gone for me. Like going to the store and getting.
Can I tell to Get Gone story? Can I tell it? Please let me tell it.
We're already here.
We're here. Oh man, the segue to that is amazing. So Johnta, Johnta had a way of, once we established, after the deal and RCA, and we didn't talk about that, but going into writing.
Yes.
Johnta had a way of writing whatever was going on in his life. He knew what was going on in his life if you listen to the songs he's writing. And this one particular girlfriend that he was so crazy about, But she wasn't all the way right. She wasn't as crazy about him as he was about her. And
Tough
it was,
to believe, kids.
Yeah.
I know, right? I know.
And he just adored her, and he cherished her, and he just was into her. But I just
Happens to the best.
she wasn't. No, it wasn't mutual, and I ain't like that. It was just like he was so into her, and she wasn't into him. And it took him a long time to understand that, yo, bro, she's not feeling you the same way. It's not the same. And so he just kept giving her chances and chances and chances and But getting to it, and I remember it took him a while, but
Because prior to writing Get Gone, Genuine and I had written I Miss You off to college. Yes, you went away. Straight from high school. You left me.
She
Again,
so that
what's
was
going on
that was a real story, because then she went to college and you wrote that in there. When I heard that, I'm like, okay, he told me she was going to college and that was that. But when I heard that song, I was like, again, he's writing about it.
So then she gets to college.
Yeah. Guess what happens?
With other dicks. There are other dicks around. Finish your story.
And she comes back, just gets a break or whatever. She's not the same. It's not the same. And it broke his heart. The day he called me, he had just did the song. 16, you were 16? How old you?
Nah, I was a little bit
No, you
later.
was older because
because
18.
college.
College.
18, 19.
Y'all were the same age, yep.
17, 18, yeah.
And he said, in the beginning, you know I tried to make it work. Seems like it was always
By
for myself. And I was like, okay. Whoa, he finally did it.
He did it.
He did it. And that's the song. The song was good, but all I remember is the storyline. Like he finally, I think I better leave you alone. Pack your bags and get gone because I don't want you. Whoa, he meant that. That's how you knew he meant it. He meant it.
I was like Katherine Jackson. I don't want you, I don't want you, I don't want you.
And I was like,
I was in my feelings. She had a young nigga in his feelings.
I was so proud. I was so proud to hear that. Because it was like, he said, he said, get go. And the song, gone. Not only that, the song blows up.
It blows up. It was a hit.
It's a hit.
It was a hit.
It was a hit.
That was, to me, the moment. Like, I remember going to Tower and going to buy the single. And
that was a monster of a record.
On the back of this CD single, and it had my name there. It was like our names attached to this record. I'm like, yo,
God, do you remember when I met you and you played me some stuff on cassette?
Yeah.
And the intro,
it was like with 2 minutes, like 3 minutes intro.
You probably could shave too.
Oh my God. It's like 3 minute intro.
I'm listening to the, I'm like, where's the verse?
Where do we start?
Yeah, it's a song, the beat is going, where's the verse? It's still the intro. It's 2 minutes.
Yeah,
still going, baby.
You was 18.
I was 18.
I'm like,
I wanted to show everybody.
Yeah.
But you know what's funny is because also in the next room, J-Dub is there.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my gosh. And that was the thing.
And so
that was the thing. J-Dub was a master. Oh my gosh. And I knew that.
Yeah.
And I knew that. I knew
Master
you
musician.
listening to him.
Yeah.
But
shout out to Jeffrey Walker.
Yeah. My gosh.
Yeah.
But
Absolutely.
he got the formula.
I feel like too, he understood the balance.
Yes.
He had a proper balance.
Oh my gosh. He knew when to put the chords.
It took
Puff to strip that, take the church.
Yep.
And because Puff had already did that with Chucky. Yep.
And
so and Steve, Stevie J, like they knew how to, but it was he Puff made it so it's just right. Just a little bit to turn the ear to the And so when J-Dub had that, I knew when I met you and you heard I heard your music, I'm like, you trying to be like
he's a young J-Dub.
But you ain't got the formula. You gotta get the format.
Yeah, and we all obviously come from the same thing, playing in church and the whole nine, whatever. What happened, but I always tell people about me coming to Noontime was being around J-Dub, being around Jazzy specifically, and being around Teddy Bishop. Teddy Bishop specifically.
Yes, he was the master at the formula.
He understood like how to make it tight, clean. The drums were hard. Just enough
for the song
chords
to breathe.
Just enough ear candy to make the track, make you want to write the track or want, you know what I mean? He was somebody who I actually studied viciously. Teddy Bishop was somebody who I actually really studied viciously.
Teddy knows.
He knows, because he's still going.
Well, exactly.
One thing I want to ask about though, so like with the Boyz II Men, that first album, because we talk about tangible copies, and I do feel like this generation doesn't understand sales the way that our generation understood sales. So what is that like, having songs on the album, because it was, by the way, that album was 2 producers.
Yeah.
It's you and Dallas Austin. It's you and Charles and Dallas Austin. And so now you're seeing 4 million, 5 million, 6 million, 7, and it's continuing to climb. What is that feeling like of Cooley High Harmony is, one of the biggest albums. And debut albums, by the way.
Ushered in a new generation.
Absolutely.
Era,
what is that like? What's going through your head at that moment?
Like it's like crazy. Like you was just in the studio with these kids, and now they're known all over the world. That's crazy.
Yeah.
It was like a real surreal moment for me, because it's like this music can actually reach the world.
Yes.
That's
wow.
I still like the first cover though. I'm still a fan of the original cover.
When they're standing outside.
Yes, with the Shirley sheepskin coats.
I don't know why they changed the cover.
I think after End of the Road came out,
that was re-released.
Repackaged the album and changed the cover. But
we're gonna splice the cover in so they can see the original Boyz II Men Shirley cover.
I really, really like. That was a big moment in the money. I like money, and I didn't think about the money so much. I was still in the craft of it. Charles paid attention to the money of it more so than I did. So I really didn't pay attention. I just knew whatever I needed and whatever I wanted to do, I was able to do.
You could now do it.
Yeah, I can do it. That was it. Maybe I would have paid attention if I ran into something and I can't do it. Then it probably would have, hey, no, I got money.
Yeah.
But it didn't. It
didn't really register because
I
was
do whatever I wanted to do. I got a chance to do.
And you guys had the studio.
And we had the studio, and that was cool. So I didn't really pay attention to it, to the money side, as much as the people are hearing my music. Little things mean a lot in your love.
One of my favorite songs. Yeah.
Your love was supposed to be mine.
Really?
That was supposed to be on my album.
Wow.
And they weren't supposed to hear it, but they caught the tail end of it. And when Wanye was like, "Yo, I like that song," and I'm like, "How did you even hear that song?" He's like, because it was at the tail end, and Timmy he erased over with another song, but it wasn't longer. Your love was longer. So when that song goes off,
your love comes
in the ending of your love. So I'm trying to understand, tell me some names what was it saying in the song? He was just like, he was only 15. He was like, it says something about your love or something like that. And I looked at him, I'm like, how did you hear that? He's like, oh no, we didn't hear all of it. We just heard. I'm like, oh,
wow,
okay. Now it's awkward in the room. This is when I met them. It was awkward in the room, and I'm like, well, sing something. Haven't heard you guys sing.
Yeah.
And them boys started singing, "Mary, Don't You Weep, Take 6 Step."
Yeah.
They started singing that in a few seconds in. Oh, whoa.
Stop.
Because remember, again, I'm real. I don't know etiquette. Wow. I'm just stopping them. You're not supposed, just let them finish. I didn't know that. I'm just like, oh, no, stop. To the point where they're kids, again, I say, because 15, Wanye 15, Sean 16, and Nate and Mike are 17. And they're looking at me like, what happened? What's wrong? I'm like, nah. And I looked at Wanye and I was like, you can have the song.
I've heard enough.
Yeah, I've heard enough.
I won't show him a label.
No.
No, I'm just I'm a small town country boy with a small label, but I works hard for my artists.
Y'all gotta show. Y'all gotta. These scenes that they're doing are important scenes.
What do you don't do?
What don't you do?
What don't you do? We're just cutting up. Listen, guys.
Yeah. So no. And just
I love that.
take it.
Yeah.
Right.
You know-
hear them, but you could hear it.
I can hear it.
I mean,
I hear it.
It didn't take you any more than.
My gosh, them kids singing "Mary, Don't You?" You know, Take Six was everything back then.
Absolutely.
What the
Absolutely.
heck?
That's not
Yeah.
an easy feat.
I remember getting that album on the CD when
Yeah.
the CD came out. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's two of my things. The Donald Fagen first album,
Donald Fagen.
Night Fly,
Nightfly.
and Take Six. So my
Yeah.
first two CD purchase.
Wow.
But hearing Boyz II Men doing, that was like, whoa. So they took the song You Love, they made it theirs, and that was never a regret. I did 4, only 2 ended up on the album, and we mentioned Dallas because this is way before Dallas, Austin. And here's the politics of it, the loyalty and the politics of it. After I did 4 songs, Timmy, they were talking about, they loved the fact that I worked with them and how it was going. And they wanted me to continue to work with them. But Timmy had said, no, just do the 4 songs and, cool, because you don't want to get that deep involved.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
You sure? Right.
You sure? What are you talking about?
but we are talking about the man that bought me off that label.
Right.
Yeah.
So I would never. Okay.
Question, right.
However, he told us after Gerald had already called and sent flowers and a balloon and champagne and everything, and just was like excited about what they've heard, on that weekend, and asked us to continue. And I had already told Gerald, yes.
Yeah. He was excited.
Then Timmy called and said, hey, they're gonna call you. Gerald's gonna call you and ask you to do the whole album. And you just tell him that you good with the 4. And I said, well, Jared already called, and I told him that I'll do it. He's like, oh, I'll take care of it. Like, and so Boyz II Men sat for a little bit, and during the course of that little it wasn't long, that hiatus, they met Dallas, and it was like we were talking about the Christmas album already.
Wow.
The Boyz II Men Christmas album. I was
With Bryan
supposed to,
and-
but there was no Brian McKnight yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
He hadn't. That came later. But they were talking about a Christmas project as well around that time. So I just think it wouldn't have been the same. We don't know, but just to know that I was in that position, but I had to pass out. I had to pass it up.
Yeah.
He got me off that label.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whatever he say. And granted, that was that, but Timmy made sure, it was other projects I did on Motown.
Yeah.
He kept me going, and he also taught me song format. And when it was boring and it needs to it's getting, the hook is not strong. The verse is cool, the hook is good, but the verse is, and during that time of me making my album, I learned how to format songs and when to turn it and change it and add something to spice it up and keep it going. So that went a long way with me. But that also taught me how to build artists.
Yeah.
Right. Which leads me into, so I'm gonna frame it like this because I know the history, because we're gonna get to the young man from Virginia, our brother. But when I think about Troy Taylor University, I say I'm an alum. It wasn't called that.
No,
At the time.
right?
No,
At the
not at
time.
But Carl Thomas is an alum.
Yes,
I
for
remember, being a young kid,
Watching
staying in Teaneck,
Yeah.
Watching
driving into Brooklyn, watching Carl, work in the studio. And then, going and watching Carl crush it on stage, open mic nights at Cafe Y, at Chaz and Wilson's,
Chaz and
at the
Wilson's,
Blue
yeah.
Angel,
Yep.
Village
Village
Underground,
Underground.
Yep,
just,
yep.
you know what I mean, with Ron.
Ron Grant. Rest in peace.
Ron Grant, rest in peace. You know, so I think about, you know, Troy Taylor University. I believe that Troy Taylor, selfishly, TTU, the big three, are Carl Thomas, myself, and Trey Songz.
Trey Songz. Yeah.
Yep. Y'all were the first.
And so as we take us there, Trey Songz, how did it happen? I mean, and you've told the story, we know the story, but you know, again, there's no social media. So you're cadet. The world is still a lot bigger now. It's bigger. It's harder to find people.
Yeah.
You find this young man in Virginia and take us from there.
So yeah, Trey. Okay, so first, let's go back. Carl, you watching Carl, and Trey is watching you.
Yeah.
So that's the order. So now I meet Trey because of Charles and Trey's stepdad, Kenny, went to high school together. And Charles called me and he was like, man, could you listen to Kenny's son? Just tell me what you think so I can tell Kenny. Because he keeps asking me, you know, if he wants me to listen to his son. You know, I'm sending him to you. So Trey comes over, 15-year-old Trey Songz. And cool, you know, come downstairs in the basement. And so you sing? He's like, yeah, you know. I rap. I rap, but I want to sing. Okay, cool. Who's some people you like? You know, Jay-Z. Jay-Z don't sing. R. Kelly. So, okay. All right, cool. I got you. Sing something. So he sang Donnell Jones, Where I Want to Be.
Ooh.
That's
Yeah.
you 15, you singing that?
Yeah.
That's a classic.
He sang it in the right key.
Oh.
Acapella. And he sang and he stayed in the key. Yeah, people.
Yeah, because when there's no music.
When no music, they get louder and they start drifting in another key, and you'd be like,
Yeah.
okay. But he didn't do
wearing
that.
your ass
Yeah,
out.
it's like, he sang the song, and I'm just, okay. I could tell he was nervous, but he did good. He didn't lose his key. And I said, okay, that was good. So you write? You write? He's like, yeah. He pulled a piece of paper out of his back pocket. He opened it up, and he started singing the song that he wrote. Sang a verse, sang a hook, sang the second verse. And I'm like, okay.
All right.
Wait, come over here for a second. Bring him by my keyboard. When I point to you, I want you to, sing it. And I found the chords to go with it. And I was like, okay. I put the whole song together. He's sitting there just with his mouth
Yeah.
like he's watching me put music to this song. He's always singing a cappella.
Yeah.
I said, okay. That took some time, about maybe 2 hours, MP, finding right sounds, all of that. But after I got it, we out in D88s. So pull up the seat, put your headphones on, take one off. So, take one off a little bit.
Valuable lesson.
Yes.
Just take one off a little bit, right here, just right here.
Yep.
And when I point to you, I want you to sing the hook. And he goes,
What's the hook?
the chorus. The chorus to your song.
Wow. So we had to tell him
What's the chorus?
What's the chorus?
The part where you sing over. Yeah, that part. He didn't know. He didn't know. He didn't know. He had no clue of musical knowledge of nothing.
He just
liked music,
Yeah.
And so when I pointed to him, he did it. Of course, it's his song, but he did it. I'm like, okay. I want you to double it.
What's that?
Right.
Sing it again. But you're going to sing along with yourself. Okay. He does it. Okay. All right. So we're going to stack. We're going to do some harmonies. What's that?
Wow.
Harmony is like when you harmonize with yourself, you know? He's like, okay, you know, in church, you got the soprano, alto,
You
tenor.
gotta break it down.
He's like, oh,
gotta break it
yeah, I'm
down.
going to give you another note,
Yeah.
and you're going to sing it. Now, now, you guys
that
know this is the ultimate test of a person's ear, of a singer's ear. Because if they're singing this note and you give them another note, will they be able to maintain this note without going down to this note?
Correct.
Most people mess up. You try to harmonize and they
go
keep
right
going,
back
get on
into
my
the-
note, man.
Yeah.
Yo, yeah.
You're on the wrong note.
You're on the wrong note.
I'm pretty sure this is my note. No, I'm sure
No,
it's
that's
not your note.
Classic. Oh my God, y'all are funny. Because that's one of my favorite scenes. Oh gosh, Keenan Cal. I mean, like, yo, what was the
Key appeal.
Key appeal, yeah. So I give him the note, and he does it. No mistakes. He doesn't know that he's acing this. He doesn't know. He just did what I asked him. Okay, I'm going to give you another note. Gave him a third part harmony.
He heard it.
He heard it. He did it. I'm looking at this kid like, okay. So he does the song. We get to the end of the song, give him some ad-libs to sing. Whatever he sings, whatever I give him. He does it. We finish the song. And put it on CD form, goes home. This is August of 2000. Quincy is a baby. Quincy's, now actually Quincy was 2. So this is, 2001-ish, like it was 2000, 2001. And
Quincy's his son, my nephew.
yes. And so his mom called screaming, oh my God, this sounds so good. He really wants to do this. He really wants to do this. Thank you so much. And da-da-da-da-da. And I said, okay. Out. He just really wants to continue to work with you. And da-da-da. I was like, okay, cool. But now listen, tell him that if his grades slip, I'm not doing it. Because he's not going to be using me as a, no, we're not
Big
doing
Bro's
it.
on his Coach Carter shit.
Them grades slip.
Coach Carter.
Okay, cool. And so every spring break, every holiday, whatever, he comes back to Kenny's house, which is 8 minutes from my house, and he comes to spend some time with me all the way up to the summer. But by that time, he's doing a couple of more songs and he's putting it on CD. And I would send the CD back to him and it would be Trey's songs. Trey's songs.
Wow.
That's what's on the CD.
These are Trey's songs.
Yeah, Trey's his songs.
Yeah.
Trey's his songs.
Yeah.
And one day he called me. He's like, I got a name. I got a name for myself. So I was like, okay. He's like, I'm gonna call myself Trey Songz, but with a Z though. I got quiet. I'm like, okay. Yeah, because when you send the CD, it said Trey Songz. So I'm like, I'm gonna call myself Trey Songz. I'm like,
Wow.
okay.
It's the origin
now,
story.
when Trey tells this story, he says, I said I didn't like it. I never said I didn't like it. The first thing I said was, did you tell your boys? Because he had a group of childhood friends. So I'm like, what did they say?
Yeah.
Oh, they like it. I'm like, okay, all right.
I dug it. Don't make that dig your face. I dug it.
Don't make that.
Don't make that dig your face.
So that was that. That's how that started. And the thing about Trey is he listened, like Johnta.
Yeah.
You want to do this? I'm going to tell you how to do this. I'm going to tell you how to do this. And like Johnta, he did everything I told him. Everything I told him. There was never an argument. There was never a why. There was never a He just did everything. And he learned very fast. He caught on very fast. And it just, from that time, when, make an agreement with his mom, if she gave him a year after he graduated, he was 17, gave him a year. If you don't make this work, you got to go to school, get a job, or both.
Yeah.
And long story short of that, he ended up signing his deal to Atlantic 11 days past that due date. So she was on, I don't care. I don't care. Mom, about to sign. It's been a year. It's been a year. So you ain't, Mom, about to sign. They no.
I want to ask how you got to Craig and Julie, but I think there is some wisdom in what you said of, in those early stages, when you are being developed, allow yourself to be developed.
Please.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck
up. Shut up.
You don't know.
You don't have a clue.
Know. Allow yourself to be developed. There will be time for your opinion. I promise you, young artists.
And you ain't gonna even want it.
Right. There will be time to express your opinion and to flex and say, no, we're doing it this way. But in those early stages of artist development, allow yourself to be developed.
Yeah.
Remember that question y'all asked me in the beginning? How do you see Troy Taylor?
Yeah.
And boom. I am going to teach you. I'm going to tell you exactly what to do. You will not have to learn the hard way. I'm going to show you exactly how to do this.
Yeah.
I'm not supposed to do that technically according to the music industry.
True.
Right. You're not supposed to do that. You see, you're going to teach them, and then they're going to leave you, and they're going to make somebody else some more money. No.
Yeah.
I'm going to teach you everything. You want to do this? I'm going to teach you everything.
Yes.
Good, bad, ugly. If they do this, you do this. And if they say this, you say this. And if they done, you go here. You say, I'm going to give you a play. My play. Because that's me.
Right.
So if you listen, we're going to do this. I knew Craig already. I knew Craig for years. I knew Craig for years. And Craig didn't know nothing about this. This was this team, Ronnie Johnson, James, Lopez, I forget everybody's name in Sydney.
Okay.
The music came to them.
Got you.
And they liked the music.
Delonte in here too.
Delonte with me. So Delonte and Bob Fish, they're a heavy part of this whole development stage.
Okay.
Because Delonte was my manager at the time when I took Trey on. But we were working, we were talking to Atlantic on this side. So Craig, president, he didn't know nothing about this.
Got it.
So by the time Craig found out, his whole staff is talking about this artist. And by the time it came time to sign, when Craig came to meet, that's when Craig met him. So, all of this going on. And when Craig saw me, oh, Troy, this is your artist? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah.
That's it.
Wow.
See, Julie wasn't there yet. Julie didn't come to the second album.
Yeah.
Because Julie was a Def Jam by this point.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, once Craig found that out and everything, it was a great deal. Trey signed a great deal in a time where great deals weren't great. He got a great deal and 6 albums and the points, everything was good. That's what made us go to Atlantic.
Okay.
And from there, Mike Caron. Mike Caron is the one who signed.
Absolutely.
Signed Trey.
Shout out Mike Caron.
Mike Caron.
Absolutely.
Mike Caron.
He took the chance on Trey. He really did. And that was the reason why Craig came in late, because Mike was handling it.
Okay.
So Mike, Mike respect, whatever. I mean, Craig respect.
Real, Mike was doing
boom. So all of this was going on this side. So by the time Craig comes in, it's already handled, and he let Mike, handle it. So and it became a real interesting situation, because here I am knowing R&B from the rooter to the tutor.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah. Basically.
This is like, oops, dang.
Yeah.
Formula already.
Yeah.
Mike made it a little hard.
Yeah.
He wanted to prove that he could do this.
Cool.
That's cool. But I don't need you to tell me R&B.
Yeah.
And it made it hard because it took 2 years before Trey actually came out, but he had a bunch of songs already ready to go.
Yeah.
Including,
I remember that.
One song we had, he had that song. Remember Thoughts of a Stupid?
Yes.
Zeke had that song. Zeke brought that song in, because Zeke was a major part of that towards the end, Zeke came in.
Zeke, who is now president
Of Epic Records.
of Epic Records. Correct.
Tyler and
Yes.
Giveon. Zeke would finish a lot of songs that me and Trey had unfinished.
Yeah.
So all those things, Delonte, Bob Fish, all those things became very important to add on to the, taking him to the next level. But the politics of the label with Mike Herron and trying to maneuver through, okay, even though this has to happen, the process, and it's like, it's wasting so much time, it's so much money. I don't need all of this. We got the single. We had a record, we had a song with a Jay-Z verse that nobody had.
Wow.
Never heard before. And we put the verse on the song, and it was gonna be crazy, but Mike didn't hear it. So I did Gotta Go during the time of You Don't Know My Name.
Yeah.
I did it same tempo, because in my mind, Trey's gonna come out and the DJ can mix it.
Yeah.
So Gotta Go is taka boom boom, it's the same vibe, but it didn't come till 2 years later. So now it sounds like Trey was dated. Gotta Make It was done when Kanye still had that with the high voices and the samples. So we did it then. But by the time it came out 2 years later, that style was gone.
Yeah.
And so it sounded like Trey was kind of dated.
Yeah.
Then I'm hearing, Troy gonna ruin that boy's career. He got him sounding old. They didn't know Trey was old soul anyway.
Yeah.
But, because R. Kelly, that was who he liked.
That was his benefit.
That's who he liked. And so I knew the R. Kelly formula already. I had that mastered already, by the way, because R. Kelly couldn't leave town, so I had to go and produce the vocals.
Yeah.
So I knew the R. Kelly formula.
Absolutely. And please don't be alarmed. Is the camera on me? Is this the camera? So don't take that the wrong way, people. It may shock you to learn that at one point, R. Kelly was making jams and people liked them, and young artists looked to R. Kelly and were inspired by the music. By the music.
Yes, the music. Not the lifestyle.
By the music.
The music.
That's it. Speaking of the next generation of R&B, and it's kind of a two-part thing, right? Okay, so because when Brian was talking earlier in the show about seeing the OGs worked with newer artists, established artists who are still having amazing runs, so recently you've worked with CB, Giveon, Tyler, Duran, we were just, in with him. So talk about, bringing all of that knowledge to, at this point, I mean, because I feel like, Chris Brown is a legacy artist now who obviously is still having an incredible, who has so much run in front of him. So it's not just he's legacy and that's it. He obviously has so much stuff. But you have legacy artists and what you bring to, but who are younger than you. And then you have the up and coming artists. Whose job is it to impart into those artists as well as the next generation of R&B? Because I do feel like Giveon and Tyler fall into that next generation. Tyler is pop, with some R&B flair. Giveon is that next generation of R&B. Whose job is it to impart, to develop, to make sure that the next generation is secure and knows?
It's definitely our job to guide the next generation. It's up to us. It has to be. We know what it takes. We've been through it. We've been through the ups and downs. We're still here. They don't know, and we can't expect them to know. What I don't like to hear my generation talk to this generation as if they know. They don't know. How could you be mad at somebody to do because they don't know something that they never learned?
Wow.
We expecting them to do something they never learned.
They never learned.
And we hold them accountable for it. See, that's what's wrong with you now. Yeah. No, we're supposed to tell them. And after we tell them, if they don't do it, then we can say that.
Yeah, 100%.
But we say it before, like they never learn. And they don't know to ask.
Okay, but
Damn,
this prompts another question. Does our generation have to accept that it's a different generation than us because all of us were students of the game?
Yeah.
I wasn't alive for Songs in the Key of Life, but I know that motherfucker from top to bottom.
But I mean, and let me try. I think what's interesting is there was a unsaid or untalked about passing down of recipes in those days, right? You know Songs of Key of Life because either somebody showed it to you, it was him, whether your mama was in the, Saturday morning listening, while they cleaning up. Like a lot of the studying I got was Saturday morning cleaning the house.
Mama P.
Mama put the record on. Yeah. She cooking breakfast, clean your room, go take the trash out, vacuum the floor. We listening to, this Anita Baker album. We listening to this Prince album. Listening to this, you know what I mean?
Yep.
We got a lot of our learning by just pure passing down, osmosis. You know what I mean? Because it's what we listen to. We develop our taste through our parents.
But it made you want to seek it out more.
It did.
I wanted to know. So sometimes I'm torn because I do want to teach the next generation. But occasionally you'll run across someone in the generation who wears ignorance as a badge of honor. And that kind of rubs me the wrong way.
I get it.
It's okay that you don't know. But don't brag about not knowing. Don't do that. I don't be knowing that shit.
Yeah.
It's okay that you don't know that shit.
Yeah.
But don't brag
Act like
on
it's
it.
a good thing.
Yeah, don't brag on it. That's my only critique
I agree.
of some people. And it's not everybody, by the way.
Yeah,
Because
some people.
Yeah.
And I think also, too, we get to a place where I don't, and correct me if I'm wrong, Troy, I don't remember, and maybe I was too young to even know it at the time, but I just don't remember this fight between old artists and young artists. Maybe I was too young to understand, when I was learning music and, like consuming music. But I feel like younger artists, back when you was coming up, when we started coming up, I feel like we always paid homage.
We did.
I feel like, the Ozzy Brothers wasn't like, this is them old, the old niggas. Yeah. It felt like, no, it's the Ozzy Brothers. Yeah. And we're gonna pay homage. We think about, we talk about R. Kelly, right?
Yeah.
His number one ad lib in the 90s.
Lenny Williams.
That one, and the nah, nah. Like that's Jeffrey Osborne.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lenny Williams.
Yeah.
It was always a level
Of respect.
of paying homage. When God came out, I never forget when God came out. And my mom was like, these niggas sound like the Gap Band. I'm about to go get, it was.
Yeah.
It was homage. It was new.
Right.
Teddy was, was new, but Aaron Hall's voice was reminiscent. It was like
Of Charlie. And,
Yep.
Charlie early on, and them caught
Stevie.
flack because they sounded right.
Stevie / DJ Rogers.
Exactly. Exactly.
You know what I mean? Exactly.
I think there's been a hint. Oh man, to the late great DJ Rogers Sr.
Yeah.
And shout out to DJ Rogers Jr. who is
carrying on, keeping it
absolutely.
going.
He's a friend of the show, even though the show's new.
It's my dog. I know.
And we had him on. He's a friend to us all.
Yeah.
So shout out to DJ Rogers.
Yeah.
I think there's been probably a balance of, I'll say this, I think there's been a balance of homage and wanting to take out the old nigga. I mean, because when we think about, because Teddy P saw Marvin as an old nigga.
And was coming for him. Came for him.
Came for him.
Came for him.
Had to have him.
Right.
Took his lady everything.
Had to have his lady.
Took his lady everything.
Jesus.
Yeah. Wow. Cold-blooded. Cold-blooded.
Wow.
Yeah.
If you've never read
Janice
Janice
Gay's
Gay's
book.
book, whew, it's a lot to take in.
Wow.
So much.
But when she's talking about going out to dinner for her first date with Teddy,
Mm-hmm.
and Teddy comes in and he's like, I think Marvin just rode by the restaurant.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, how do you know? He goes, well, I'm pretty sure I know what Marvin Gaye looks like. that's that. So I think there's I say all that to say
That's homage and
there's a balance of of homage and now I'm gonna take
your spot, bro.
You're in my spot because I don't think that is strictly aligned with this generation.
It's something that's been going on.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fair.
I think a zero-sum mentality has always existed.
That's fair.
Of if in order for me to come into mine, you have to leave yours. There is, so I do think I'm hoping that the spirit of there is enough room and space and all of these things for everyone. We witnessed an incredible moment here in Atlanta at the Brave Stadium when CB brings out Usher.
Yep.
And you're watching, for my money, for the last 20 years, this is a previous generation, to the bridge to that. And for CB to say, this is the guy that I watched. This is the guy that I respect. Ain't nobody who could do it like this nigga. Not I wanted to but CB is also firmly understanding who he is.
Exactly.
What he is. No, this is my fucking spot too.
Yeah.
It's my spot too.
Yes. Yes.
Not that it's no longer your spot and it's my spot. It's my spot too.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm an icon too.
Yes.
I'm legendary now too. And we can stand here and there is no...
Matter of fact, it makes you bigger.
Right.
To see Michael put the cape on James Brown was
crazy.
Right.
I really don't think that people felt the heaviness of that moment.
That moment, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Why it was so heavy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Why, just imagine, Michael, that's how he got on that video.
That audition.
Videotape, that audition, he's doing James Brown. That's how they got signed.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
That's deep.
Like, I don't think people understand the heaviness of that moment.
James and Jackie Wilson.
James and Jackie, those is two.
We'll get into that later.
We'll talk about
that. That's going to be a whole show around that. We said something earlier about artist development falling by the wayside. When did you notice that? And do you feel like it's getting back to, are there some champions? Are there some torch, carriers of artist development? I feel like Zeke is one.
Oh, Zeke is one.
I feel like Zeke, the aforementioned president of Epic Records, but he is from that era.
He knows exactly what to do.
People don't even realize Zeke was signed to Atlantic Records. He was an artist.
Yeah. Correct.
You know what I mean? I think
member of the Clutch.
Yeah, member of the Clutch.
He's
he's
gone
done
through
so
all of
many
these phases of
You know what I'm saying?
How I get here.
He has a lot under him.
Yep.
Which is why
and master of the song.
I'm so, I'm proud to see him be in the position he's in. Because he has so much
represents,
under him.
Absolutely.
His position that he's in represents how it's supposed to be.
Exactly.
Because he went from here to here to here to here to here. Boom. Now he's bringing in artists. L.A. Reid. He's the L.A. Reid of today's time. He's doing it and he's developing the artist as he goes. And he's there with the songs. And he's there with the lyrics.
Yep.
And he's there with the melody because he sings. So he understands where harmony should be, where ad-lib shouldn't be, where it should be, how the beat should be. He's a record man.
Yep.
Like L.A.
Yep.
Nope, take that out. Nope, the verse could be better. Nope, the hook's not strong enough. Like that was how it was.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And so Zeke is one, but I start getting thin.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Start getting thin because Zeke's, who else? Of today's time, that's doing it how it goes. I'm getting thin.
I'm trying to think.
And that shouldn't be. We should be able to be like this, like we did in the 90s. We can name them off like boom.
Yeah.
Like we can't
In
do that right now.
R&B, it's far and few between. I feel like then you have to switch to like hip hop, where Coach and P have figured out artist development, how to do things for their label, for their artists.
It's a necessity. It's a necessity. You have to develop them. It's not fair for them to come into this game and you expecting them to know what to do and you didn't teach them.
Yeah.
Right.
It's not fair. It really isn't fair.
I think that what Justice is doing, especially with like artists like O'Deal,
Agreed.
with Summer, with you know what I mean.
Agreed.
Justice,
The master of marketing, development, and marketing goes all hand in hand. Those are essential things that
surrounding your
and
artist
we're still
with that.
thin because you just brought Justice up, and it's like who else?
Yeah. And Justice also is a student. He looks
He's
to
a
us.
Student
really
of the game.
is a student of this thing. You know what I mean?
He's a definite student as he's doing it, because he knows how it's supposed to be.
Exactly.
So if he comes to you, he comes to me.
Yeah.
He's expecting us to do what he knows we know to do.
Exactly.
And Zeke, same thing with me. Like Zeke's asking me, he puts me in to be Tyler's main vocal producer, to vocal produce Giveon and do background vocals. He knows what I could do. He knows when I go in. As we said earlier on, when you asked me, how do I see myself? Zeke knows who I am. And he's expecting me to do exactly what he knows I can do.
Yeah.
Zeke's got a team too, because I feel like
my gosh,
Jen G. Shout out to Jen, Jenny baby. Shout out to Jen G.
Come on.
Jen
But
G.
he
Raymond.
knows, he knows who to call.
Yeah.
For whatever it needs to be done.
Yeah.
And we don't have enough of that.
Yeah.
We don't have enough
That
of it.
is because part of being a record man is knowing what goes with what.
Yep.
I mean, that is that was Jimmy's superpower.
Oh.
Right? Like Gwen Stefani, Dr. Dre.
Yeah.
You got
Gwen
trust
Stefani
me,
for real.
it'll make right. It'll make sense. Don't worry about it. It'll work.
It sounds crazy.
It sounds crazy. Gwen Stefani,
Dr. Dre. It sounds crazy, but trust me.
Gwen Stefani and Akon sounds weird. Don't worry about
Trust
it.
me.
It's gonna work out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So it's up to us to so it's hard because yes, you're gonna give your all. And no, they may not be grateful.
100%.
Oh my gosh.
I feel like it's hard. You're gonna give your all, and they may not be grateful. As a pause moment, so I'm gonna say pause.
Oh wow.
And now,
True. I totally missed it. Wow.
my sons won't, so that's why Cash is gonna be like, "Damn, you let Uncle slide on that?
You let that go? And that's the thing. That's our gripe. Why am I gonna do all of this? As soon as I do that, they not gonna even thank me. They not gonna thank me. They gonna remember. They gonna. No, you do it because you're supposed to.
Period.
In order for the game to be what we need it to be, you got to do it. You got to sacrifice. You got to get on the front line.
That is such a poignant moment. I feel like what we do is selfless. We have to. We can't do it. We can't do it for the glory, bro.
Yeah. No, we can't.
We can't do it for the glory. It's like the glory will come. It'll come. You put your head down and you do the work. The glory will end up coming. You know what I mean? But
there's a word that keeps coming up with me in my life that started in therapy, I think. I'm sure. But the word is care.
Care.
And that is the word.
Care.
We have care. When you do it with care, when you have care, we care about this shit.
We do.
Yeah, so I
care about it.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter if I don't get it back or if I don't get money or the things I feel like I should deserve. It's like that's what I've always done to this day. Technically, I'm supposed to be mad, bitter, and sick of it.
Right.
But each new artist that I meet, I see that potential, it starts right back over.
And I think also, too, we can't be, short-sighted. It's not just the artist with you, too. You've developed and touched writers, producers, executives. Like, you've helped a lot of people. Do you know what I'm saying?
That's all that's in me.
You don't get a Johnta Austin without a Troy Taylor.
Yeah.
It is impossible.
Impossible.
You don't get what I've done without the teaching, without the foundation, the encouragement, and the expertise to navigate.
Yeah.
Without Troy Taylor.
And I think also it's to be said, you said something earlier when you were working at a record store and you were saying how credits, we always talk about how we are credit guys, you know what I mean?
Gosh.
And, the same way that you would see credits and you were like, when I meet this person, I'm gonna ask him this. Or when I this, then the third, that is how I view Troy. I was coming up and all I did was read credits and I would see his name on all these different albums. And Troy Taylor, and I'll never forget, what's interesting is you're part of my origin story in an interesting way because of T and because of Groove You. Right? And I remember when, they were in New York, and and he would come back to Houston with these demos and, and, he was working with all these different people, Jannard Parker, and all these names, you know what I mean? That I read
and saw.
And he was like, he would go make records with these cats, come back and play me the records. And I never forget, he played me Old Becomes the New. Old Becomes the New. You know what I mean? He comes and he's like, yeah, we did this song with Troy, it's gonna be our single. You know what I mean? And you understand, like, these are names I would read. And I'm like, yo, you really was in the studio with Troy Taylor. You know what I mean? Like, and this is really the song. You hear the song, like, oh yeah, this the Troy Taylor special. Or your Old Becomes New is a Troy Taylor special. You know what I mean?
Old Becomes the New. I remember that.
It's a Troy Taylor special.
Which leads me into another Troy Taylor special. And we're going to get out of here soon. But I would be remiss.
We're going to talk about this song.
There is a song. And I feel like we need to get it so we can play it on the outro of the show. Make a note, producers, to get this.
Oh, God.
Troy has a song called So As the Story Goes. I believe, was it Charles who poked his head in? Or, yes. And Charles comes out and goes to Carl and it was a Rockman and he's like, yo, B is in there right now writing a song called Shoot the Gift. When I shoot the gift, is how the hook starts. Shoot the gift.
Oh,
sometimes you just gotta shoot that gift, kids.
When I shoot the gift.
When I shoot the gift.
Pause. I don't know if it's a pause or whoa, or just whatever. Kids, don't be afraid to shoot the gift.
Yeah.
That is my outgoing quote.
You never know what will knock you off your feet.
You never know.
You never know that would knock you off. You don't know. You got to shoot the gift.
Big brother, it has been a pleasure having
Lord.
you. If you could, leave the people, leave the children with some words of wisdom.
Oh, my gosh.
What do you want to say?
Thank you guys for having me, first and foremost.
You're welcome back anytime.
Yeah.
Yes, Lord. Thank you. This is great. Thank you.
I really appreciate just your energy. We've known each other for a long time.
Yes.
And you embraced me like family from the very beginning. And I like to say too, man, like you're one of those people that like you're eternally young, bro. Like you have
appreciate that.
You have this thing that people draw to and this positive light. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
We're
Well,
grateful for
yeah.
you, man.
Guys, this is great. This idea is great. Shout out to Noonie for calling me. This is super great. I want people who are watching. I want you to. Where's the camera? Which camera?
Is the camera on? The camera right there, right there.
Which one?
That's
This one or
that's,
that one?
that one right there.
This
That's
one
the
right
camera.
I want those who are watching this and who have sat and listened to all of this, I want you to understand that when it comes to this music industry, it is nothing to play with. It is not a game. It is a profession, and it is something for you to learn and master, not to come in and just treat as a hobby. That's one of my, oh my gosh, when I see people like not really respect, because I say it because you expect what you want out of it to be great, but you don't want to put greatness into it. And it's not cool because then you blame people when it doesn't go good, when you know you didn't give it your all. So I want you to know, in order for you to be great, get ready to go through greatness to get it. And greatness is heavy. And it's not, it hurts. It's not fun. It's tiresome. It's just, but it's worth it in the end. So allow yourself to be taught. Allow yourself to be broken down and built back up. It's okay. If you want to be great, those are the things that has to happen in order for you to get it. And I really want you to know that's what you need to do. Listen and do. Listen and do. One more thing, find one person that you listen to regardless to whatever. They say do it, you say okay. One person. They say do it, you say okay. No, huh? Are you sure? Or you think nothing. You say okay. Find one person in your life who you listen to no matter what. Keep God first.
Yes, sir.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to that.
I mean, what can be said? I have to tell the kids after that, this is my one person to this day. I'm 45 years old. I have Grammys on the shelf. I have #1 records. If I send him a song and he tells me, I think you could write it a little bit different, I
Back to the
immediately
drawing
write it
board.
a little bit different.
It's always that second one with him.
So-
That second one is always to this day.
To this
To this day, that second one is thank you.
So
Wow.
for whatever it's worth, kids, I still listen and I still do as I'm told. This has been fantastic.
Yeah.
Signing off, you guys.
Yes.
See you next time on Sessions.
Yes, yes, yes.